All right. So welcome to this video. And in this video, I'm going to be like explaining some certain things on how to get started in tech, uh, especially as a beginner, because most people that enter tech need to have a path to follow. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be explaining. So if you're a beginner, this video is for you. If you're not a beginner, well, this video might also be for you too. So this is getting started in tech as a beginner, and when you want to get started in tech, you need to follow a certain pathway. Okay, you need to have a kind of philosophy. You need to have some kind of understanding of how some certain things work. You get, so you won't be beating around the bush or shooting unnecessary shots. You get, let's put it that way. So why tech is a great fit for beginners? Okay, so there is a lot of things and there's a lot of reasons too that make tech like a great place, a great environment, a great place to build your career. You get, so if you check, a lot of the job opportunities that are coming up these days are actually made, what I say, they're actually from tech, from the tech space. So there are a lot of jobs coming up. There are a lot of what I call it lucrative jobs in quotes. So you get paid more, higher salaries, and there's something about tech that makes you be able to build something big. You can actually like flex your creative muscles in quotes, at your level of creativity. Say for example in web design or all that, you can actually like think of something and be like, okay, I can build something like this, I can design something like this. You want to design a flyer or a certain project or a certain picture or a certain just, and you just imagine it in your head. In tech, you can actually make your imaginations come too fast. Yeah, that's just the thing. So you get to be able to flex your creative muscles. Now, you can also collaborate. I'm just gonna go to like the main points. So you can also collaborate in tech. Okay, if you are somebody that wants to be like a team player, you definitely meet a lot of team people. You get, so it's not always that you must meet, or what I say, be a team player in the physical stuff or other spaces too, in the accounting space or in the law space and all of those things. You can also be a team player in tech, so you're good to go. Now tech can open you up to like global opportunities, let's put it that way. So you get to have global opportunities even anywhere you are in the world. You can be an African but you're having an opportunity in UK from your room. So it all depends on you and what you want to do with your life in tech. So now there are other things that we need to talk about. There are common misconceptions. There are certain things that people always assume you need to have before you enter into tech. One of it is, some people will tell you need to do computer science or you need to do computer engineering. What I mean study, for obviously. So you need to study computer science. You need to have a BSc in computer science. You need to have a BSc in computer engineering. You need to have a BSc in this and that. Nope. This is the 21st century and the playing field has been leveled to everyone. So you can actually become anything you want to be. You get in tech. Just get the necessary resources, get the necessary stuff that you need to study to understand what you want to study. You get the necessary resources and get the necessary mentorship and necessary friends and just study it. You'll be good to go. You don't need to say that you must, okay, since I'm 30 years old, I can't go into a career in tech. No, it's a lie. It's a pure lie. You can actually, there was this guy on Twitter I saw. He said I started to learn programming, I think around 30 something. Danny Thompson is kind of famous. So when he said that, I was like, wow, we are so lucky to even be learning or going into tech even in our before 20s or in our 20s too. And also there are also certain persons that are going into tech and they are in their 50s, and they are learning programming and they are doing a kind of trying to learn a tech role or tech skill to learn the tech role and all of those stuff. So You don't need to know all of those things. It's not needed. Now, you don't also need to be good at mathematics. People think that for you to get involved in tech, you need to be good at mathematics. No, you don't need to even know mathematics too. It sounds weird, but it's actually true. Yeah. It's just more of logical thinking. In as much as you don't even need to know certain calculation formulas and all of those stuff. No. Say for example, I'm a designer in tech. I don't really need to start learning all the algebras. I don't need to start learning all the algebras, how to find x. If y is this, find y. If y is this, find z. If y is this, find w. All of those things is not actually needed at all. So that is that for the misconceptions about tech. Now, the next thing you do when you want to go into tech, you need to like find a niche where you're going to focus on. A niche is kind of like an area of your, let's say, your habitat. If you did biology in secondary school, your niche is kind of like where you are going to center your what I say, living around. So to find a niche, you need to just look at yourself, look within yourself. Now look at those things that interest you, those things that gives you joy, just your passion in quotes. Now, if you look at those things that interest you and those things that you know that on a norm you can actually do them. And after looking at those things, then you have to now check, what are the emerging trends coming up? And what are the trends in tech? Are they related to my interest? All of those stuff. Now, when you find those trends and when you find all of those things, you can actually like also check other existing niches too. In the sense that you can check whether say for example, I love design stuffs. I like things being stacked in my head. Let's say I design websites, and the way I see websites on a personal note, I made a video about that on this channel. So the way I see websites on a personal note is that I imagine myself, I imagine the whole thing in a block format, and once I see it in a block format, it feels like I'm stacking things. And I see all of those designs and all of those things. Definitely, it's going to make me, if I want to like choose a niche, because of my love for designs and certain things or creative stuffs. I love creative stuffs. Automatically designing or building a website or front end or something like that, or designing with maybe any even no code base will be something that I'll be automatically attracted to. So just up to you to know the area you are going to work in after researching the existing niches available. Now you also have to like talk to people that have been there already. We call them like industry experts. So industry experts are the people that have been there and they are already successful and they have the skills, so you can talk to them and to also learn about them. Some of the ways that you can actually meet up with these people, maybe like going for like events and all of those stuffs, or maybe they are related to you, or they may be your brother, or they may be your sister, or all of those stuffs. So then when you find all of those things, you can actually like then build your skills. Then after building your skills, I'm going to repeat that again. Just build your skills. Then you build your skills. You study to show yourself approved. That's what the Bible says. So you build your skills, then build a portfolio. Develop a portfolio for yourself. You can be working on something and just be developing a portfolio for yourself. Now, after building a portfolio, you just get started. You start networking. You start also continuous learning too, because one thing I know is that tech, if in this tech space, you will never stop learning. Like you keep on learning as long as you want to stay relevant for the rest of your life in this tech space. You will keep on learning and unlearning and learning and unlearning so many things. So you have to be building your portfolio. You need to be attending meetups or networking, maybe on LinkedIn, on Twitter, all of those stuff. Network and learn. So that is that. And after that, you need to start like, okay, building your skills. Okay, then be up to date with the latest technology. That's what I would say. So build your skills, be up to date with the latest technology, or the latest technologies. Currently what is trending now is AI. You get, so 10 years back it may not actually be popular. You get, but AI currently now has like a power to like eliminate some persons and take some people's jobs and many of other stuff. So for you to stay relevant in this AI modern era or something, you need to come to the knowledge that you need to study more. Yeah, you need to start diversifying your knowledge into AI. You get, and skill up on those areas and try to like stay relevant too before you get phased out. There was this popular quote I saw in a book I was studying. The book said, "You either grow or you die." It's harsh, bros. That's life. So, to the next thing you will do is to start landing like your job. Okay, so these were areas of online. Majorly, most of the jobs I've done is from friends. Then you can actually get jobs like from LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is like a place where people advertise for their roles and jobs and many of all of those stuff. So you go there, you can get jobs by getting referrals and all those stuff. So people can refer a job to you. You can go and apply for jobs, and you can also go to Fiverr and Upwork and all of these other platforms and start applying for jobs. So you might actually like get rejected at the initial stage, though. It's part of the process. You get, but definitely you will land your first job and you start building from there. And that's where you come and start coming into how you start creating your resume. That is your CV. Because before you get a job, you need to have a CV. So you start building your CV, start building your resume, and learning how to write cover letters and trying to practice for interviews and all of those stuff, and working with those people that you've connected with, you've networked yourself with. Okay, so that is one of the things too. Then the next point I'm going to make is the challenges and setbacks. Now, in everything, there's actually nothing comes easily. Yeah, not everything comes easily. You might actually face challenges as you are in getting yourself involved in this new path or this new career path. You get, you might actually like suffer rejections. Like I said, you might actually apply for jobs, and sometimes you might even qualify for the jobs and they'll still reject you. It pains, but that is life too. So you might suffer rejections, you might suffer, there's something called imposter syndrome, whereby you feel like you're not good enough to solve a particular problem. You get, after learning all that you can learn, but when they bring a job or a role to you or a problem to you, you still feel that you're not good enough to solve that particular issue. It's harsh, it's hard, and you just have to learn how to overcome that and be confident in yourself that you can actually overcome these things. Okay. Then there's also another type of challenge that you might face, that is like burnout. You might get burnt out in getting yourself involved with the jobs and the things involved with all of this tech career. You might get burnt out, maybe doing a so and so task. You get, so it's one of those things too. Then there is another thing, which is resources too. Now you need to have like a place where you get resources and support. Okay, now you can actually like enroll yourself into mentorship programs. All right, mentorship programs. You can join communities. You can have career services. You get, so as a beginner, as someone that wants to get into tech, you need to find places where you can be mentored, an active online community where you can grow, you get asked questions, because at some point you might get confused. So there are a lot of them either on Facebook, on Twitter, Slack, or no, not actually on Slack though, but some people might direct you to their community into Slack. Yeah, so LinkedIn, all of these places, just find yourself a place where you can get resources and a strong support. You can never make it alone, so you need to stand on the shoulders of giants. So that is that for this video, and a brief recap is that it's actually more sure. So a brief recap is that you need to just find your niche, and after finding your niche, you build your skills, land your first job, focus on those challenges and overcome them, and also get resources and support. So that is that for any beginner that wants to go into tech. This is something little I want to like make for you guys. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace out.